Hello collectors, I'm Logan and welcome to FNAF 2 movie bingo sheet predictions, whatever, I have no idea what to call it. Before we begin, two things. Number one, this idea is stolen. I saw FB Plus, fantastic YouTuber, phenomenal animator, and all around just an amazing person. They did a video on their FNAF 2 movie bingo sheet, and I thought, let's do it, especially since the second movie's trailer, the first one just came out not too long ago, but I was on a break, so we didn't really discuss it. So here's a fun way to discuss things. And number two, I know there have been a ton of leaks, especially recently with the story leaks. I have not seen anything. I don't like looking at leaks personally. It just kind of ruins the experience quite a bit for me. The only thing I know is just what I know from Dako's videos and what's been officially shown. So, of course, the trailers and also Dako's set vlogs. So, if anything on my bingo sheet did somehow predict what the plot leak said, then please don't spoil it in the comments. If I see you spoiling stuff in the comments, I will ban you. Just don't do that. Don't ruin the experience for anybody else. But regardless, let's go ahead and let's jump into my FNAF 2 movie predictions. Starting off with the one that I stole from FB Plus is Withered Bonnie will punch someone. Now, by itself, that sounds kind of vague, but there's a reason behind that. By punch someone, I mean, I'm talking about the full ignited Bonnie punch from the Joy of Creation. Now, there's a chance this won't happen, but I feel like Scott would not let pass this opportunity up because he's a big meme guy. I feel like he would put that in the movie somehow. Especially with the Joy of Creation being a part of the fanverse and stuff, like Scott is fully aware of what the Joy of Creation is, and I'm sure he's aware of the ignited Bonnie punch meme. Now, I don't know if, because like getting hit with a piece of metal that fast will more than likely kill somebody. So I have like almost like a rated R version and like a PG version, but kind of the same thing. It's like my PG version of it is it'll cut to a shadow. Kind of like what happened with Freddy in the first FNAF movie where he cut Max in half. It'll cut to like a shadow view of Withered Bonnie basically just like caving a guy's face in, and you just see it like on the shadow of the wall, like blood splats on it. So like I feel like they would do that. Or if they wanted to get crazy with it, they could actually show it, but this movie is confirmed to be PG-13, so I don't see that happening. Or maybe Withered Bonnie will just punch somebody and they'll actually survive. I almost doubt someone would survive that, but like, whatever. So that's my first prediction. Next one. This one's kind of a big one, but I have my reasonings behind it. The puppet will reveal to be Mike's mother. So I say this for a couple of reasons. Now I know it's kind of out there. We all want it to be Garrett or, somebody else. I believe this because, number one, I love the idea of Mike's mother being the puppet because I love the puppet as like this motherly figure. Like guiding all the children, keeping them all safe, and just being this general like guardian over all of the children that have died at Afton's hands. And also with as we've seen in the FNAF 2 movie trailer, Abby goes to the FNAF 2 location. I have no doubt that the puppet is luring Abby to the FNAF 2 location, and I believe that if it were to be her mother, then Abby would be more trusting of the puppet. You know what I'm saying? And also I say this because this isn't on my bingo card. I'm almost kind of assuming it's going to happen. That's why it's not really a prediction. I am assuming that the FNAF 2 movie end credits will be the Living Tombstone's It's Been So Long song. In the song It's Been So Long, it talks about how the puppet is the mother of like a kid that like got killed. And I feel like they're the FNAF movie might be following Living Tombstone's lore almost. I doubt they are, but like that's just another like a thing to add on to there that kind of makes you think that Mike's mother will be the puppet. So yeah, we don't know yet. Like there's still so much story that we don't know about yet. Anyway, that's my next prediction. So the next one I have is better music references. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. The Newton brothers came in sort of at the last second for the first FNAF movie, so they didn't really have a whole lot of time to put in a lot of good music references. So hopefully the Newton brothers will, since they have more time now especially, they will lock in and they will do a lot of good FNAF song references. A couple of things that come to mind are like Watch Your Six from Sister Location, Mike's theme from Sister Location. Like a whole other ones as well I can't really think of right now, but you know what I'm talking about, like Venta Black, Toward Our March, maybe. I would love to see Toward Our March at some point. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I just hope that there's going to be better music references, because as much as I love the first FNAF movies soundtrack, it could have been way better. Like there was like, I think there's like 3 songs out of the soundtrack that I like really enjoyed, like Foxy Fatality. The FNAF 1 song doesn't count because that's not made by Newton Brothers. Fuzzy Friends, and also the Music Box remix that they made at the very end for the end credits of FNAF 1. That's also, yeah, so like, yeah, like 3 songs. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory, better music references, I can only hope. Next one, a proper phone guy. So we sort of got a phone guy in the first movie with Matthew Lillard being Liam Afton, talking to Mike over the phone, and of course he says like, see you on the flip side. Like that's sort of our phone guy reference. However, I want like a proper phone guy. And by that I mean I am kind of hoping we get like Scott on as phone guy again. We haven't heard that guy on the phone for who knows how long now. And it almost kind of sucks that Scott doesn't want to be a part of his own movie, especially like when he plays such an iconic character from the franchise. Or maybe Scott will just do what Into the Pit game did, where they just replace the actor with somebody else. But like somebody who's like, whether it would be like Mike or Vanessa or Abby or somebody like going to like an old phone and like playing through the messages. I would count that as like a proper phone guy. Honestly, saying it out loud now, I'm doubting it more and more, because it is kind of rough narratively trying to fit that guy in there and like telling his story. If they even want to tell his story, I guess you could throw in like not tell a story and have him be like a mysterious character, but who knows. But yeah, a proper phone guy would be pretty cool, because I would like to see Scott come back as phone guy like one more time. Moving on to the next one, self-explanatory, Markiplier cameo. So Markiplier was supposed to be the guard that we see at the very beginning of the film, but of course, due to scheduling conflicts with Markiplier's Iron Lung, is it Iron Lung? Yeah, Iron Lung movie, which I'm still waiting for it to come out. Markiplier just unfortunately couldn't make it to that role in time. And there have been talks, I've heard, at least Markiplier from what he's saying, he's kind of joking about it, the fact that he would read the entire FNAF 2 movie script, implying that he has it, but also not implying. But also he said that he hasn't gotten anything on it yet, but who knows? I really don't know what they plan on doing. But that's a pretty self-explanatory one, that we will see Markiplier somewhere in this film. Whether he's a small role, a big role, we don't know. Moving on to the next one. We have any Easter egg characters from the games. Now, I originally had it to like where it was like Shadow Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, JJ as like separate guys, but like they have to juggle both the toy and wizard animatronics, which is already quite a bit of characters. So I put it all into one, because like there's a chance that JJ won't show up, there's a chance that Shadow Bonnie won't show up, there's a chance that Shadow Freddy won't show up. So I'm putting on the air as like a maybe it could happen, maybe it won't happen. I don't know. It's all up in the air, really. I would love to see Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, and definitely JJ as well, because those are some pretty iconic Easter eggs, and poor Shadow Freddy deserves some more love. My guy is so underrated. He has not been in a FNAF thing for, what was the last thing he was in? It had to be like FNAF 3. I think it is. Yeah, I think Shadow Freddy has not been in a thing since like FNAF 3. But yeah, any Easter egg. There's also count hoax characters too. I doubt they would do it. But the purple guy Easter egg, like the purple guy hoax that was around when FNAF 2 came out. I mean, I don't doubt it, but I also kind of do, because they made it so like Sparky was just like a reused Bonnie model, which makes complete sense. But like they reference Sparky, so like maybe they'll reference, you know, the purple guy hoax, or like the gray puppet, or Sugar the cat. I do hope for some more Easter egg characters, depending on whether or not they're going to be a part of the story. I almost doubt it. I think there'll be like, it'd be funny if like JJ was like hidden in like all like the FNAF 2, or like the FNAF 2 pizzeria scenes. That'd be kind of cool and like very fitting for her character. So I think that'd be pretty nice. Next thing, a pretty obvious one that I think everyone's expecting, and sort of I am too, is a Springtrap cameo, or more like a Springtrap end credit scene, where like Springtrap reveals to be alive, and here comes FNAF 3. Pretty self-explanatory. There's not much I can really go off from here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like Springtrap cameo, he is alive. There's a chance that maybe they'll introduce him somewhere during the movie. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Nah, I doubt it. I think he'll just be an end credit scene. That's kind of it. And moving on to the next one then, swiftly, we have the Withered Foxy jump scare. Now, again, I am saying this as in the meme where Withered Foxy is, of course, jumping out at you, like from FNAF 2. Of course, Scott is huge with the community and memes, so I feel like, and don't doubt a little bit, that this could definitely happen. Withered Foxy jumping out at the player would, and it's so iconic at this point, Withered Foxy jumping out from the distance would also be really scary too. But I think it would create some laughs because people know, like, we know what you're talking about. This one's kind of a bit more of the stretchier ones. William has a son. So during the first film, we don't really learn about Vanessa's family that much. I have seen the charity images that Dawko showed off where Vanessa and William are in, I presume their house. And the house seems really big for just like a dad, a daughter, and presumably a mother that may have left. So I feel like at some point, like, William's gonna reveal that there was a son. Like, Vanessa got knocked out. She doesn't really talk about her family that much. The only thing she talked about was the fact that she had a dad. So, I don't know. Maybe there is a son. William has some kind of son. And maybe it is, like, the bite victim. Like, maybe they'll reference the bite of 87, the bite of 83. I don't know. Again, a way more on the stretchier side of things, but I can sort of see it happening. So that's why it's on there. Okay, so the next one's kind of a joke one, but I can almost see it happening. We never see the fixed mangle. And I say that because, number one, I saw the vlog that Dawko had made, and I saw the FazFest advertisements on the FNAF 1 pizzeria's walls. So, and we see a fixed mangle. Obviously, it has like sort of like a Toy Chica body almost. Number one, I think I almost want to say it's a Scott model. Like Scott had made that model and they just blacked it out, of course, for simplicity reasons. But I feel like because in FNAF 1 we were robbed of seeing the fixed Foxy that was teased in one of like the 10-minute teasers that they had revealed in like the Chica in Space troll game. And we never got to see that fixed Foxy, and I was super upset because that was our first time seeing Foxy in his prime time. But now, I'm wondering if Mangle will get the exact same treatment, or we will just never see that fixed Mangle. But yeah, moving on swiftly from that one, we have a bigger kill count. So in the first film, there was like 4 deaths, I think, because, yeah, 4 deaths. Yeah, there was 4 deaths. It was just all the guys that were breaking in. I guess if you want to count William, there was 5. But all the robbers that broke in, they had died. I feel like we will definitely get a way bigger kill count because we have all the toys, all of the Wizards, presumably Golden Freddy returning as well. Yeah, so a pretty self-explanatory one. I just hope there's a bigger kill count. I would love to see more creative ways that the animatronics are hunting people down, killing people. I think we'll definitely see. I think we already saw one death, which was the teacher or like the principal, and also and Mangle like picking up that kid holding the camera. I feel like that's also another death as well. And those two, actually, I think we're already at 4 because the Toy Bonnie is like killing those 2 lovebirds as well. Who knows? Who knows? But I feel like already we're off to a pretty good start with that kill count. Yeah, so if it's bigger than 4 in the film, then I will count that. Moving on to the next one. I think William will be a hallucination, and I think me and a lot of other people will think this as well. So during the film, we'll see Vanessa start hallucinating her dad, William, just kind of appearing. I have no doubt that that will happen, and like that's where she like picked up a gun and started pointing it, and like she looks like kind of scared and panicked, like she's like ready to shoot him again. And there's that one scene of like William standing at the end of a long hallway with doors opening and closing rapidly. Yeah, so I feel like we'll get just a lot of hallucinations of William appearing as Vanessa is trying to help Mike and Abby and just like getting over her own trauma as well. Moving on to the next one. Again, this one's kind of a joke one. The toy Cupcake will get a little screen time. And by that, I mean, in the first film, Carl, I'm calling him Carl. I don't like the name Mr. Cupcake. It's stupid. Mr. Cupcake is the worst name. I'm calling him Carl. So Carl got a lot of screen time in the first film. I think he had the most action, like appearing in the vents, biting the other Carl's face off, and also spring locking William. Like, he had the most screen time in that film, and it was kind of funny. So, I know that they are learning from their mistakes, and a lot of people did complain that Carl did have a lot of screen time, but I feel like Toy Carl will have a little screen time, just as like a nod to like what they could have done. I almost doubt that he will do anything. I will see. I kind of want to see him do like a little something, be kind of funny. Moving on to the next one. This one's a bit more broad as well. Flashbacks. So these flashbacks, I'm talking about the first FNAF pizzeria, or as well as the FNAF 2 pizzeria that's going to be in this film, seeing it in its heyday, its prime time. Or also seeing William, which I think we do see in the trailer. We see William grab a knife. We see William lure the kids away and kill them, like for the FNAF 1 characters, the Wizard characters, the toy characters. I don't know. It could be any and all of them. Maybe we'll see like a dozen kids get murdered. I almost doubt we'll see all of that, but I think like we'll see at least like the toys, whatever spirits are inside the toys. Maybe it'll be the spirits inside the wizards. I'm almost confident it'll be more the spirits that are in the wizards, because we'll see if they decide for the toys to be possessed or not. I know it's kind of a hot topic of debate in the FNAF community is if they're possessed or not. I personally think they are possessed because it just makes more sense to me, and I feel like they will be possessed in this film. But yeah, any kind of flashbacks relating to FNAF 1, FNAF 2 in its heyday, or just William murdering a bunch of children. Anyway, next one, we have the FNAF game voice actor. I feel like, because in the first film we had Kellen Goff do Foxy's da-da-dum-dum-dum. And also Andy Field, fun fact, was supposed to be the cab driver instead of Corey. I have no doubt that we'll see someone like Andy Field, Kellen Goff, be as some sort of cameo voice, like for like one of the characters, or like an announcer. I don't know, one of the two. Pretty self-explanatory. I would love to see Kellen again. I would love to see Andy Field, but I would love to see Christopher McCullough, personal favorite of mine. I love Chris. Moving on next, Freddy Knows Honk. Self-explanatory. I want to see some kind of honk, like going up to Toy Freddy, pushing his nose. That weird talk box that Abby has. Like the walkie-talkie, Toy Freddy like walkie-talkie thing or whatever, like just pushing in on its nose to communicate. Like you have to push it in and then like put it up to your ear. You know what I'm talking about, like a walkie-talkie. I think that'd be cool as like a subtle reference to it. I would totally count that. But like the nose honk is so iconic. I feel like they gotta put it in the film at some point. A new look for Golden Freddy. So Golden Freddy in the first film, of course, just follows FNAF 1 Freddy. He just looks a bit more damaged. However, I wouldn't put it past Scott to make Golden Freddy look like Wither Golden Freddy, because that's what happened with FNAF 1, FNAF 2. Golden Freddy's design had changed. I doubt it a little bit, just because I feel like Scott would learn his lesson, and that would kind of confuse newcomers who are like watching the FNAF films as sort of like just to enjoy it, and like they haven't really played the games. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past Scott to get a new look for Golden Freddy. Next one I have is that same damn forest. So for most of the film in the first one, we just see like that same boring forest scene where Mike is running to save Garrett and the kids are there sometimes. It's so irritating to see. I just really hope that we don't see it. I'm almost putting it there as a hope that we don't see that. But I wouldn't put it past Scott for us to see that same scene again. So yeah. Next, pretty simple one. The Paper Pals. I didn't really put them as an Easter egg character. I just kind of want to see them as like a detail. Just kind of seeing them in the background and stuff. Because the Paper Pals are super iconic to FNAF 2. They've been a huge mystery for a while. Whether or not like we have like the Freddy Paper Pal, the Bonnie Paper Pal, and like I guess the Balloon Boy one. They've been a hot topic of debate for quite a while. And I like to see them in the film. Next thing we got is a reference to a popular FNAF theory. So in the first film, we had the Dream Theory book that Mike was reading. Obviously, that was a good reference towards Dream Theory, a popular FNAF theory that Game Theory had made. So I wouldn't put it past him, again, to reference some other FNAF theory. Next thing, I would absolutely love to see this, and this kind of goes with flashbacks as well. Some sort of reference to Henry. Now, in the first film, they only talked about the founder, like the founder. They didn't talk about founders. So whether or not William kicked Henry out of the company somehow, or maybe Henry doesn't even exist, I don't know. But some reference to Henry would be kind of nice. Again, it all depends on how they do it. There's so much to this universe that we don't know yet. So Henry couldn't even exist, but the puppet exists. But like, does that mean that like Charlie Emily exists as the puppet? I almost doubt it. I don't know though. But a reference to Henry would be amazing. Moving on to the next thing. A Freddy mask nod. So in FNAF 2, obviously you have to put on a Freddy mask to avoid toy animatronics and wizard animatronics. I feel like it'd be a nice quick reference to like have like that teenager who has that camera that like Mangle gets, that Mangle like pulls up. I wouldn't put it past him to like one of the teenagers like accidentally have like the Freddy masks fall on their head and like they look around and they're safe for a bit. Or like maybe Mike in the future, like they learn about the facial recognition software that the toys have, so like putting the mask on, like, you know, it'll fool them. So I wouldn't put it past him for Scott to reference that. I think that'd be pretty cool. A subtle reference, but a really good one. Moving on to the next one. This one's gonna be kind of controversial, but I feel like this is how it's gonna be. The Wizards will have little screen time. There is so many characters that are gonna be in this film. The toys, the Wizards, our main cast, maybe some other new characters as well. I feel like the Wizards just aren't going to get the screen time that we really are hoping for. Maybe if the film was longer, they could really flesh out the Wizards as well, so we can figure out what they are in this world. I just feel like we're just not really going to get a good explanation from them, just because, again, there's going to be so many characters in this film. I'm sure everybody else can hope as well, but I feel like Wizards aren't going to have a whole lot of screen time. Moving on to the next thing, movie will be longer. So, I do hope the movie is longer because I do want the Wizards to have more screen time. It'd be great to flesh out all of the characters properly, because the first film was very short, and we really didn't get to learn a whole lot about this world, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'm really hoping that this film explores Mike's story, Mike's family, Vanessa's story, Vanessa's family, talking about the toys, the Wizards, like, you know, the foundations of Freddy's. I really want this film to be longer so we have a longer and more better understanding of how this universe works. Because right now we're kind of confused on a lot of little details. So yeah. Moving on to the last thing I have is some sort of VHS. In the first film, we got robbed again, where we were supposed to see news reportings of children going missing. This was teased in the 10-minute long teaser that we got before, where it showed off the fixed Foxy. Mike was originally supposed to look at the tapes, he was supposed to grab old tapes, put them in like the TV, and see that how 5 local kids had gone missing. I wish that was in the film, because that would have been really scary and really cool to see. It's a shame that we never got to see that. So I hope we get some kind of VHS talking about the backstory of Freddy's. Maybe we'll see that scrapped stuff again. Like maybe we'll see the scrapped VHS stuff. Or I'll even count, there was a kid who had that camera on him, the one that Mangle pulled up. So maybe he's making a VHS, and we'll see like the perspective through his. I'll count that. And like we'll see the perspective through the kid's camera. I hope for that. I think that'd be really cool as well. I'd count it. That is all of my predictions for the FNAF 2 movie. In terms of what I thought about the trailer as well, final thoughts on the trailer. It didn't show a whole lot, but the toy animatronics look absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for Mangle. Of course, they didn't show off the Wizards, those bastards. The toys appear to be like roaming everywhere, so it's like a FNAF AR plot, which is a little weird. I hope they don't like not show the FNAF 2 pizzeria, because it would kind of suck for us to spend most of the time outside of the pizzeria. Like, I want to be in the pizzeria. I want to see that environment more, because like it sucked that we just saw most of like the forest environment in the first film. But in terms of how excited I am, I'm very excited for the FNAF 2 movie. The trailer built a lot of good hype. It was very subtle. I know we'll get another one here soon, and I'm super excited for the FNAF 2 film. There's not much I can talk about with the trailer, because everything that's been shown has been shown. But it looks like we are getting pretty accurate environments, which is nice. Like, Balloon Boy looks like he's next to the FNAF 2 main hallway. Also, I hope we see Toy Chica beakless. I didn't write it on the bingo, but you can put it on there. Put it on your own bingo sheet if you want. But I feel like we'll see Toy Chica beakless at some point, because, again, that's just pretty iconic, and I feel like it'd be kind of a missed opportunity to not show that. But I don't know. It's all up in the air. Those are my final thoughts and our final bingo sheet on the FNAF 2 movie. Really excited for the film. Really, guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video, I will do a bingo sheet on The Secret of the Mimic, because I'm also pretty excited for that game as well. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, collectors.